Students, please give a round of applause for our guest.
Let us call all the dignitaries on the stage,
dais.
on the dais, please.
All guests are requested to please come on the dais. Good morning, everyone. Let us start with the program. I, Professor Poonam Dhole,
And I, Professor Rageshri Bakre, ECE Department, MIT School of Engineering, welcome all the dignitaries present on the dais, off the dais, and dear participants. IETE Pune Center and ISF Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, MIT School of Engineering, MIT Art, Design and Technology University welcomes you all for the inauguration function of IETE Zonal Seminar on Ecosystem for Electric Vehicle Technologies and ISF Congress. We are pleased to apprise you that IET Pune Center and MIT-ADT University is organizing Zonal Seminar on Ecosystem for Electric Vehicle Technologies and ISF Congress on 16th and 17th September 2022. Despite the fact that electric vehicle technology is the subject of extensive research on a global scale, there is still a lot of unexplored territory. This zonal seminar is being organized with the goal of fostering interest and enhancing research on electric vehicles in India.
Thank you, madam. In MIT group of institutions, before we embark our journey of knowledge, we pray to the Almighty to seek His blessings. This prayer is above any caste, creed, or religion. So I request everyone to join your hands for the word peace prayer.
All the students, please rise in the seats and please join the hands.
वेद प्रतिपाद्या जय जय स्वसंवेद आत्मरूपा देवातुति गणे आकाशु गणे निवृत्तिदास अवधारि गोदी गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु महेश्वरः साक्षात् परब्रह्मा इदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Thank you, everyone. Please take your seats. Now, I would like to request all the dignitaries to proceed for Saraswati Vandana and Deep Prajwalan. Thank you, everyone. Please take your seats. Now, let us have the pleasure of listening to the opening remark of the Professor Dr. Virendra Shetty Sir, Chairman, IETE Pune Center, Vice Principal, MIT School of Engineering, Head of the ECE Department, and Convener of this program.
Okay. So, a very good morning to all of you. First of all, I congratulate all students for being a part of such a nice zonal seminar and student congress. So, a very good morning to all of you present here. On behalf of MIT-ADT Design Technology University, MIT School of Engineering, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, and IETE Pune Center, I welcome you all for this seminar on ecosystem for electric vehicle technology and ISF Congress, jointly organized by IETE Pune Center and MIT-ADT Design Technology University. Dear student, for this program, we have our IETE President of New Delhi, Professor Wing Commander Prabhakar sir. So on behalf of university, on behalf of all of us, I welcome you, sir. Dr. Prabhakar sir. Our guest of honor, Dr. K.C. Hora sir, who is a CEO and CEO at Bahu Institute of Technology at COEP, and he is a emeritus professor at COEP. So we welcome you, sir. Hora sir. We have with us Honorable Dr. J.W. Bakal sir, immediate past president of IET New Delhi. Sir, we welcome you for this program. We have with us Honorable Professor Dr. Ashwini Kunte ma'am, Zonal Mentor West Zone and Chairperson of WEEC, Co-Chairman of Boris. We welcome you, ma'am, for this program. We have with us Honorable Dr. Bormane sir, Co-Chairman of BOA and Member of Governing Council. Sir, I welcome you, sir. We have with us Chairman of Mumbai Center. Madam, we welcome you. We have our two past Chairman of Pune Center, Davra sir and Shende sir. We welcome them also. I also welcome the present Vice Chairman of our Pune Center, Dr. Urmila Patil madam and Dr. D.S. Mantri sir. So, sir, we welcome you. We have also EC members of our Pune Center, IET, Dr. Upasni. So, I welcome Dr. Upasni. And the most important person for our School of Engineering, our principal sir, Dr. Rawande sir is here. So, I welcome you, sir. So, because of this heavy rain started in the morning, some of the eminent dignitaries, they may join shortly. Our Vice Chancellor just sent a message that he is stuck in the traffic. Our Pro-VCs may join this program. So we will wait for them, but we will start this program as our program is already delayed. Dear student, you must know what is the role of IET in the education system and what are the, you can say, most important highlights of the university which or where you are studying. So this program is jointly organized by Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering, which is called as IETE, and the MIT-ADT Design Technology University. For the information of President, sir, this MIT-ADT Design Technology, as we all know that in the new education policy, the multidisciplinary approach was given more importance. And as you can see that in our title, that MIT-ADT Design Technology, so our university started in 2016, and our visionary leaders, they have thought of all these things. And we have at our university total 18 institutes in which we are running programs related to art, programs related to design, programs related to technology. And for the information of students, you are given freedom to take any course from any, you can say, specialization. If any engineering student want to learn music, they can take that music related subject. If you want to learn any design related subject, that choice is given to you. And that's why we always appreciate our Vice Chancellor's vision that in 2016, when our university started, we started with this name, MIT-ADT Design and Technology University. And I am very happy to inform you that this university got the Best Campus Award in 2019. So the best campus all over India, you will find at Pune, and that is our MIT-ADT Design Technology. Sir, today's topic which we have chosen is the most important for all the students and for the generations to come. So you must know that electrical vehicle is playing very important role. And for the information of all students, I must mention to you, or I must mention here, that Tata Motors, you know that it is the big company in automobile. We have collaboration with Tata Motors, and MIT-ADT University is a knowledge partner for Tata Motor. So most of the courses which we are teaching in electrical vehicle, that is appreciated by all the industries in and around Pune. We have started customized program in electric vehicle for Tata Motors, and I must inform you that more than 100 students, they are taking MTech program in MIT-ADT Design Technology. It's a big achievement for all of us in electrical vehicle. Dear students, running upskilling program for Tata Motors all over India, and our approximately 15 batches completed in upskilling in electric vehicle. So the current trends are very important in EV, and based on that, IETE New Delhi, IETE Pune Center, and MIT-ADT University came together, and they have organized 2 days conclave here. Today is the day where you can see most of the industry people will come, and they will deliver seminars in electrical vehicles. And we have scheduled 5 sessions today, and 5 all experts are from industry. And second important thing is that there is a concept of student gathering, student congress. And I must thank our president, our West Zone coordinator, Kunte madam, Dr. Bakal sir, all governing council members. They have given this opportunity to organize this student ISF at our institute. So on 17th, there is a student congress, and for that, more than 75 groups are enrolled for the ISF. So they will join tomorrow, and there is a competition. So there are different topics given, and those topics are related to electric vehicle, 5G related topics, or what is the role of IETE in education system. Dear student, there are eminent, you can say, speaker from IETE, eminent speakers from the industry. They are on the forum, and it's my duty to welcome all of them for this today's program. And the most important thing is, for all such activities, we get support from our management. So I thank Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat sir for giving us this opportunity to organize this small 2-day event. I also thank all the authorities of university for giving full support for this. And at last, it's my duty that the students who are participating in this program and the faculty members who contributed for this program, I must thank them. And if I forget anybody's name, please excuse me. I have taken, I think, most of the members, you can say, name here. I welcome them. And at the last, we have EC body at Pune Center. So I will not take every member's name, but I also welcome all the members. Here I must mention 2 members' name here. Those are Dr. Ajay Thakre sir and Dr. Kori sir. So they have also supported us for organizing this program. And I also thank Gunsekhar Reddy, who is our president-elect. So for the information of students, it is the program which is jointly organized by IETE and our MIT-ADT Design Technology University. So once again, I thank each one of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for the information and the guidance. Let me now invite respected Professor Dr. Kishore Ravande, sir, Principal, MIT School of Engineering, to address the gathering.
Good morning, one and all present in the dais. Distinguished guests seated on the dais, particularly Professor Wing Commander P. Prabhakar, the President IETE New Delhi. other distinguished guests and the officials of IET who have come here all the way from different places, and my learned colleagues from MIT School of Engineering, and my dear students and delegates. I am really happy and delighted to be part of this program today, and I take at the outset itself, I take the opportunity to compliment the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, led by our distinguished and learned colleague, Dr. Virendra Shetty, who is also incidentally the chairperson of IET. And this particular initiative that the department has taken is really laudable, admirable, and I must say that as the head of the institution, I have been always an appreciating or admirer of this particular Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, for they are ever active, particularly in the professional activities. So probably there will not be a month when an activity in the field of electrical and electronics engineering happens at this particular event, at this particular campus or elsewhere. And professionally, Dr. Shetty is proactive in this field and takes enormous interest. So compliments to you, sir, and the entire team of Department of Electronics and Communication for this wonderful event that is being slated today. Of course, my colleague Dr. Shetty has already mentioned about the MIT-ADT University and School of Engineering. The journey started in 2016, and the journey of the School of Engineering, particularly where electronics and communication engineering domain and discipline is being imparted for the BTech and MTech students, as well as there is a PhD program. We have focus on the project-based learning in our curriculum. This I am sharing particularly for the guests who are with us today. And we believe in this teaching learning system based on the experiential learning. Our Executive President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Mangesh Karad sir, has specifically given the mandate that this university is not just a teaching university, but it's a research and innovation university. The days ahead are extremely challenging, and one cannot be just content with the knowledge from the books, and that alone cannot make students either employable or entrepreneurs. So the focus has been right from day one is the experiential learning, and the experiential learning through projects that our students do right from the third semester of BTech program. And these projects are particularly, we wish to give students which are the real-time problems from industries. If it's a bigger problem, it could be divided into different models, and it could become mini projects and ultimately get converted into a graduation project at the final year level. And also at MTech and PhD level, we are seeking those real-time problems from the industry, because engineers are supposed to be solution providers, and while concepts, basic concepts and the theories are learned, which are available in the books and which are delivered by our expert teachers, yet the applications are very important, and that is why we are focusing on this project-based learning. And for this purpose, what I am trying to mention here is that we have a very strong connect with the industry. And this collaboration of industry, which is more than 200 MOUs that have been signed by School of Engineering across all the disciplines, and also School of Department of Electronics and Communication also have signed almost 50 MOUs with different industries, which bring lots of opportunity for students to learn through the industry practices, through the industry experts. And in fact, I am also happy to mention that last 2 batches, the Department of Electronics has secured 100% placement, which is absolutely superb by all means. So obviously, this particular experiment, I must say, the students here seated here I don't know, they may be belonging to different years, but I must mention here that you are really at right place, because such an opportunity of experiential learning doesn't exist elsewhere. In many institutes, we have the KRIA Center for Research and Innovations for young aspirants. We have the Atal Incubation Center. So we have got the ecosystem that is in place, where the student ideas could be converted into products, could be converted into startups. And that is right on our campus. So if you are brilliant, if you have brilliant ideas with you, the opportunities are plenty. Sky is the limit for the opportunities, whether it is the mentorship that you need from academics or from the industry, whether you need funding, everything that could be available if you have ideas, and the management is open to this. And that is how I foresee, look forward for a very bright future for those young talents that are with us, because there are opportunities. And only thing is, it's you who should be really smart and hardworking enough, so that you can convert these opportunities into these particular facilities into great opportunities. So I am really happy. And this, now coming to the exact subject of this electric vehicle technology, that's another area where the electronics and communication engineering, electrical engineers have plenty of now opportunities and openings, because these new generation vehicles are now going to be electrical vehicles. Probably you all would see that next another 5 years or 10 years down the line, most of the vehicles on the roads would be electric vehicles. And that is more important, because we all are committed to have the sustainable growth and development. Particularly you younger generations have another 40-50 years ahead of you, and you need to survive in an environment which is really going to improve your quality of life. All of us are contributing a lot to the carbon emissions, really creating challenges for sustainability. And therefore, one of that effort that one can do is the electric vehicles, I think. And this particular seminar and this FDP that is being organized is very relevant. We at the campus, as been mentioned by Dr. Shetty sir, we have already got these programs with BTech and MTech in electric vehicle technology. We are having a knowledge partner of Tata Motors, where we are upskilling their employees. We have already started the MTech program for Tata employees in electric vehicle technologies. And right on our campus, we have already got the charging stations that are already in place at different locations, and the very purpose is that we want to encourage. And just to add, I don't want to take a long time, I can keep talking, but it's not right, because there are a number of others who should speak. Now we have another objective that's ongoing, is that we have got Smart Campus Cloud Network, where as a part of sustainability, we are making all those initiatives which makes this campus carbon neutral campus. One of those initiatives that we have already got solar panels on the campus, where it meets half of our power requirement of the campus. That's something phenomenal, which you can see. And then we have also recently initiated the Smart Campus Club on this particular campus, where all the students particularly must take all the initiatives to have those practices which would contribute to the carbon neutral campus. That's very important. And one of that initiatives could be, maybe some of the students may not like, that you halt your vehicles at the gate and only use electric vehicles, or walk on foot, because that's some kind of an exercise that you will have, and you will have least carbon emissions that you would be doing that. Apart from, there are several other efforts that could be done, but we have an aim that this should be a role model carbon neutral campus, and that is how the TERE Policy Center is associating with us in putting all those efforts forward. So let us all join in that effort and make this carbon neutral campus. I just mentioned this because electric vehicle is part of sustainable development that is to be that we should have in the country, and therefore I just mention about that. And because students are here in front of me, I thought all of you should join that Smart Campus Club and make all those initiatives which would ultimately provide us a carbon neutral campus, and which for which you would be proud of. Thank you very much, and I wish all the best to the organizers and all the best to the participants of various activities of this particular program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Atithi Deo Bhava.
So let us now welcome our dignitaries by felicitating them. I now request respected Professor Dr. Kishore Ravande sir, Principal, MIT School of Engineering, MIT-ADT University, to felicitate Chief Guest of this function, Professor Wing Commander P. Prabhakar sir, President, IETE, New Delhi. A big round of applause, everyone. Round of applause, please, everybody. Please keep on clapping. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. I now request request respected Dr. Kishore Ravande sir to felicitate our guest of honor of this function, Dr. K.C. Vora sir, CEO, College of Engineering, Pune's Bhau Institute, Professor Emeritus, COEP. Big round of applause, everyone.
Thank you, sir. I now request respected Professor Dr. V.V. Shetty sir, Chairman, IETE Pune Center, to felicitate Professor Dr. Ashwini Kunte Madam, Zonal Mentor West, and Chairperson WEEC, and Co-Chairperson Boris. To everyone, I further request sir to felicitate Professor Dr. J.W. Bakal sir, immediate past President 1, IETE, New Delhi. request respected Professor Dr. Kishore Ravande Sir, Principal, MIT School of Engineering, MIT-ADT University, to felicitate Professor Dr. D.S. Bomane Sir, Co-Chairman, BOA and Member Governing Council.
Round of applause. Big round of applause for the queue. Keep clapping. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Sir,
A big round of applause, students.
thank you very much. I now request Professor Dr. Virendra Shetty Sir, Chairman IET Pune Center, Vice Principal and HDC Department, to felicitate Mr. Kishore Shende Sir, immediate past Chairman to IET Pune Center. Okay. I request also Shetty Sir to felicitate Professor Dr. Smita Lonkarman, Chairman IET Mumbai Center. Keep on clapping, dear students. We are felicitating our guest. I request Professor Dr. Virendra Shetty Sir to felicitate Kishore Shende Sir. I request Shetty Sir to felicitate respected Professor Kishore Ravande Sir, Principal, MIT School of Engineering. I now request Professor Dr. Dhananjay Upasni Sir, Organizing Secretary of this event and Member EC, to felicitate Professor Dr. Gopal Das Davra, past Chairman IIT Pune Center. Big round of applause, all of you. I request Dhananjay Upasni Sir to felicitate the EC members of IET, Dr. D.S. Mantri Sir and Dr. Urmila Patil Madam. All of you.
Thank you, everyone. Kindly take your seats.
We request Sir to kindly felicitate Smita Lonkarman.
Thank you, everyone. We are honored today to have with us Professor Dr. Ashwini Kunte Madam, Zonal Mentor, West, Chairperson, WEEC, and Co-Chairperson, Boris. Professor Dr. Ashwini Kunte Madam has completed her doctorate from Government College of Engineering with specialization in image processing. She has completed her ME in ENTC from Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, Marathwada University. She is the Vice Principal and Professor at Thadumal Shahani Engineering College, Mumbai. She is the Dean Student Affairs, TSEC, Mumbai. She has more than 30 years of teaching experience. She has carried out many research projects sanctioned by various agencies like AICTE, DST, Mumbai University, etc. She always motivates her staff and students to invade challenges offered by new frontiers of electronics and telecom sector. So, I would like to request Professor Dr. Ashwini Kuntem Madam to hold the dais and brief us about the program.
Good morning, everyone. It's a real my pleasure to be here for this two-day program of a zonal seminar on the theme of ecosystem for electric vehicle technologies. On behalf of IETE headquarters, our President, Wing Commander P. Prabhakar, West Zone, which includes Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and Goa, and all my fellow members at the Governing Council, I welcome you all in this two-day program. I must congratulate at the outset the MIT-ADT University and IETE Pune Center for accepting our proposal and going ahead with this wonderful and very apt theme. There would not have been any other place than Pune and MIT University to have such high-end technological discussions on this theme, because both these partners are heavily involved in this electrical technology research programs. So I must appreciate and I must thank them on behalf of headquarters for accepting our proposal. Now about the IETE, it's instituted or constituted in 1953. So next year we will be completing 70 years of our existence in the field of education, research, and the recommendatory positions. So it's such a prominent institution working in the field of electronics and communication engineering, IT, and of course, these days, computer engineering also. It has its 63 centers all across India and in Nepal. And IETE works through these centers to propagate the knowledge of electronics and telecom related fields. It's not just the centers, but it has a great reach to the students' fraternities through ISFs. Almost 1 lakh, over 1,25,000 members are there with this IETE, of course, including students' members. But our most vibrant community is our ISF students. And I'm sure all of you must be the part of the ISF of this university and this engineering college. I'm sure of that. So the IETE has always remained on the forefront of penetrating and contributing towards the technological changes. Now this theme of 2 days seminar, Ecosystem for Electric Vehicle Technologies, why it is so much of importance. If I want to give you an example, in 2020, your partner as principal, Ravande, has just said that School of Engineering has partnered with Tata Motors. And if you have seen the sales of Tata Nexon in 2020, they were able to sell only 2,000, 2,500 units per year. But if you check out the sales of the same Nexon, in the last month, it's around 4,000 units per month. So in just 2 years' time, how the sales have gone up. So how much potential is there in this technology, one can notice. And this is very important for us technocrats and these budding engineers who are sitting in front of me to note this potential and to work towards it. And why this has gone up? It's because of the acceptance of the user. Who's the user? You and me. We want to drive the electric vehicles on the road. Of course, this electric vehicles doesn't mean only four-wheeler cars. It also includes two-wheelers and three-wheelers, and which are also on road in and around Pune, and in fact, over in India, all across India. Take your example of your neighbor only, Kinetic Green, who has already launched the three-wheelers and two-wheelers with the electrical plug-in vehicles, and some of the two-wheelers with the battery vehicles also. So it's going up in a tremendous way. It has too much potential. But now coming to the theme, why this discussion on the ecosystem is very important. As we have so many, as we have the increased penetration of these vehicles, we will need to have, we means all users will need to have the wonderful experience while we ride these vehicles. And to have this wonderful experience, we need to have this ecosystem in place. Now, when we talk about the ecosystem of these vehicles, what it includes? It includes the charging stations, first of all. Then it includes the personalized charging, it includes the commercial charging, like what you have for your IC engine cars, you have your petrol pumps all across the places. Similarly, you should have these charging stations, commercial charging stations all across the city or all across the country. Then you should have the long-lasting batteries. So battery technology also has to upscale quite a bit, and it's a very upcoming area for sustainable batteries, long-lasting batteries. See, every time you cannot have a plug-in vehicle which cannot go for a long run, you need to have the solid batteries. So this battery technology is another area which needs to have a favorable ecosystem. Then, of course, it should have a proper user experience. For that, you should have the vehicle with the best communication system. So 5G in progress, which is likely to come, it's coming in India very soon. The spectrum is already allotted. So these 5G, we should have the use of 5G technology in these vehicles to have a better user experience. So when we talk about the ecosystem for such vehicle technologies, all these are included. And this is exactly, we thought of having a deliberation over next 2 days. And if you see the speakers, thanks to Dr. Shete and his team for arranging wonderful speakers over next 2 days, I am sure all of you will be definitely getting some input towards the betterment or towards how you can contribute for evolving this ecosystem in a better way. This is what was the motive of this 2-day seminar. Along with this, we also have ISF Congress, which Dr. Shete just mentioned. I just got to know there are more than 50 teams which have already registered, and they are going to present on various themes, various topics which were given to them related to the ecosystem of electric vehicle technologies. So that is also going to be a big, very good treat for all of you. I request all of you to visit that exhibition and evaluate each poster which will be presented there. So that will also give you a good experience and a good knowledge to take it forward. So now I will not take much time. I've just given you the brief on this 2 days seminar. I thank once again our President, Dr. P. Prabhakar, immediate past President, Dr. Bakal. We have eminent personality with us to deliberate on this topic, Dr. Vora. Thanks for accepting our invitation and joining here today, and other dignitaries on the dais. Of course, Dr. Ravande is there, the principal of the School of Engineering. On behalf of headquarters and the West Zone, I'm really thankful to all the dignitaries on the dais and all your students and other personalities present in the audience for coming here in spite of heavy rains and to be with us to unveil this occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am, from briefing about the event, IETE and ISF. We are extremely honored to have with us respected Professor Dr. J.W. Bakal, sir, immediate past President 1, IET New Delhi. Professor Dr. J.W. Bakal, sir, is an immediate past President IET and Principal Shivajirao Zondhale College of Engineering, Dombivli. He is a director in charge of School of Engineering and Applied Sciences, University of Mumbai. Dr. Bakal, sir, has 32 years of industry and academia experience. He has published more than 100 papers in international journals and has 7 patents to his credit. He has guided more than 10 PhD students and mentored more than 50 MTech students. Dr. Bakal, sir, is a transformational leader. At present, he is transforming IET in digital era through research and development, Center of Excellence on Technologies, policy advocacy, and innovative ideas. Now I would like to invite respected Professor Dr. J.W. Bakal, sir, to address the gathering.
Good morning. Chief guest of the today's function, President IET, Wing Commander Professor P. Prabhakar, guest of honor Dr. Vora sir, my colleague in IET Governing Council member, the host of the function, principal of the institution, my old colleague, my friend, Dr. Virendra Shente, Bormane sir, Shende sir, or most important, the friends, the students, the audience. You heard about IET and probably Sette sir must have taken you as a ISF member also. Generally, we say like be a member of IET. Generation this is always says, what is going to be gained to me by paying 400 or 300, whatever it is. Friends, this cumulative first year, second year, third year, and then when you complete your BE or BTech, whatever you spend will be minus from your membership when you pass your BTech. Then be the member. Then you'll get to know like basically from all over country how people are actually, and if you're aware or not, we were also a university, like there was a grad IET, then deep IET and post-graduation also. Up to 2013, all these professional body like Institute of Engineers, IET, but all of a sudden, Government of India in 2013 stopped our admissions. We were not for people like you, we were there for reaching to unreached, those who cannot afford to pay such a huge amount of fees in regular classes. But those who are ITI or the diploma, they want to continue their education, and they have done. That was a blended mode, like student used to come to the center, get some knowledge, get a degree. degree was, let me tell you, because since I am a principal of the college, I can say it is difficult than our education system. Passing grad IET is not easy. But nevertheless, that is going to be now that is the case in the court. But whatever now has come as a new education policy, where now government is thinking of, or AICT is thinking of having blended mode, 40% online, 60% offline. So 2 years we have experience, and I used to say in lighter mode, all of a sudden generation become very brilliant. Like everybody got 10 out of 10. So though never thought of having CGPA 10, they got it 10. But we should thank to the technology, in particularly electronics communication, where they could establish the communication and the computer engineering for having like whatever platforms like Zoom, Meet, which actually have given degree, or otherwise it would have been loss of 2 years. There was nothing special as physical mode. Then government would have not taken any decision to promote. But due to this technology changes, those who will be accepting will continue. And if you are not accepting change, generally I quote in my speech always example of Nokia. Down the line 10 years back or even 5 years back, if I would ask like what is the share of Nokia in the market, so it was near about 75% people used to use, let us say like not as good as 100%. Everybody have a handset of Nokia. So Nokia was very strong not to change operating system. So not switch over to Android, and now where is Nokia? So friends, today's topic of electrical vehicles has given a lot of scope for you to innovate, because as madam has mentioned right now, there is no diesel or petrol pump after 10 kilometers or something. Right now it is available. For electrical charging, whether it is available, it will take 3 hours. They will spend 3 hours there and then you have to go away. Though they say it is going to be 100 kilometers now, not going to be. That is on conveyor belt. The road, the way we travel, we find it is going to be 30 kilometers only. So this is a challenge, going to be innovations for you people, how to improve upon the battery, what are the components we should use in the battery. That is for you people open and do something like right now you must have like Smart India Hackathon, where you get a lot of ideas and you don't have time. A certain time is given. So that is only everything on this generation. So this generation will definitely make miracle. I wish all the best for the student and take maximum from today's seminar and be a member of IET. Like IET, you must be knowing, having journals also. It is the only professional body give something to the student for writing articles in journals of education. So go to the site, and if you have any ideas, not only research oriented, anything if you want to write, if it is found like it is good, you will get certain amount from IET. IET will not take from you. And we have journals of research having very good impact factor. And the excellent education institutes like IITs, professors mention you should have publication in IET journal. So this is a quality of professional body we belongs to, and I hope you should be also part of IET as a member. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your guidance, sir. I now request Professor Dr. Virendra Shetty, sir, to kindly felicitate Professor Wing Commander P. Prabhakar, sir, President IET New Delhi, by Puneri Pagdi. A big round of applause, dear all. Keep clapping, dear students. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest today, Professor Wing Commander P. Prabhakar Sir, President IETE New Delhi. Sir is a multi-talented, high-ranking veteran with a long list of academic and professional activities, extensive administrative experience, and demonstrated leadership roles in the Air Force, academic institutions, and technical organizations. He has a synergized vision for innovation that aims to promote scientific temperament in society through a blend of modern technological aspirations in R&D of diverse products and processes, as well as practical skill enhancements in basic and higher technical education systems. He has completed M.Tech in Electronics and Communication Engineering, as well as postgraduate diploma management program. He has more than 47 years of experience in the field. He was selected as a commissioned officer in Indian Air Force in 1975. He was also involved in field trials of the Indra Mark I radar, which was made indigenously. He was also instrumental in performing multiple tests at DRDO sites, including the Defense Laboratory in Jodhpur, on several defense electronic sensors. He was specially selected as a project leader for accomplishing highly critical jobs of successful inductions of weapon systems on the advanced French fighter aircraft Mirage 2000S during his active duty while in the IAF. He has commanded 2 Air Force high-tech field training units in 1997. Following his premature retirement, he was instrumental in the establishment of various technical institutes of higher learning. He has worked as an academician, researcher, director, principal in numerous institutions in the states of Punjab, Haryana, and Himachal Pradesh over the past 25 years. He has chaired numerous conferences on new technologies and has authored numerous research articles that has been published in peer-reviewed journals. His areas of interest include digital signal processing, electronic instrumentation, computer communication networks, data networks, wireless and optical fiber communication, cyber security, ICT, etc. He has been pioneering research and development of gold, silver, and aluminum nanofluids for various applications. He has also received Rotary International's prestigious International Excellence Award in Teaching. His active involvement with IETE began in 1999 when he was elected to the executive committee, and later he became chairman of IETE Chandigarh in 2004. He has also functioned as ex officio governing council member for IETE headquarters from 2004 to 6. After that, he was elected to the IETE GC for the next 3 terms. As chairman of Board of Research, Innovation and Standards, that is BORIS, he has consistently emphasized the conduct of research activities at the headquarters and at IETE centers across the country. He has served on the Council of the Bureau of Indian Standards, LITD, Government of India for many years. He has successfully organized the IETE flagship event, Industry Innovator Meets, ensuring regular involvement of research scholars, innovators, industries, startups, and expert keynote speakers. As chairman of BORIS for the year 2021, he was actively involved in the creation of various research forums on the subjects of advancements in microwave technologies, 6G, AI, ML, cloud computing, cybersecurity, blockchain, IoT, data analytics under the leaderships. So now, it's indeed a great moment of pride to have you here, sir. Now I would like to request Honorable Professor P. Prabhakar Sir, President IET New Delhi, to hold the dais for his keynote speech.
First of all, thank you very much for speaking so great thing for me. It is an honor to be here with you. We have got a lot of dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and I'll not speak their names, but all respect to them. They're all learned people. You are with me in the council, my colleagues, and you are from Pune Center, all closely associated, and the guest of honor today, and our chairman from Mumbai Center. It's an honor to be here. Then our zonal mentor, who is ultimately is the boss today. Actually, it is all under the umbrella of the West Zone mentors, so this is happening. So I remember with the previous chairman, when we thought of doing this thing, it is a part of the innovation meet also. So that is a very innovative idea has come. So for a dear student is such a challenging theme. And with this, an organization, MIT, the way I have seen and learned now, I am really mesmerized with what is happening here. These are these kind of institutions of higher learning we need everywhere in India. We ultimately, the way it is giving importance to the modern education with the other domains is really excellent. You know, where the culture, science, music, apart from engineering, hardcore engineering, other things are also being discussed and spoken. I've seen buildings of the various departments. It is really absolutely fine. And the kind of a progress it has done in 40 years, definitely for me, as a student, I'm still a student of learning. So I really appreciate. I wish I could spend more time here. But again, learning now, I'll be having a close session because our Professor Shete is from here, will definitely deliberate. And I wish and I request that next international conference is organized at this place. Let's make it possible. If we can achieve that, it's a great thing. It can happen. Because India is happening. We have got such a demography in India, nobody can stop us. हमें कोई रोक ही नहीं सकता. When this kind of bright students are there, they are much more focused, they are much more result oriented, and they know what they want. Teachers, as a teachers, yes, we are there to guide them. But they are taking very great initiative. See, these days the education is all through the internet. Mostly we all are internet. Anything, any topic is available. Let's say I'm teaching mobile telecommunication. I'll say, oh, so-and-so book, so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. You say, okay, this chapter, go and search on Google, internet. Everything is available. And that particular topic is also available. So learning has become very fast and international learning. There's no difference whether you do a degree from here, from anywhere, it is same. And that's what our Dr. Bakal also said, online. Okay? We are talking about a digital university. IET is also taking initiative under his leadership that we are coming out with our own digital university. And already some talk is there with Dr. Jagdish Kumar, the chairman of UGC. He's also a fellow, and I share, he is the editor-in-chief of the technical review of IET. He's closely associated with us. So definitely, what are the inputs are coming of these leaders, we always take into account. Just coming back to the membership of IET, Dr. Bakal touched upon it, that as a student member, when you finish, you also become a corporate member. We've got approximately more than 28,000 corporate members. And they all are from all the fields, research field, academia, professional engineers, and other professionals which are in domain or industry. So that is a strong body. And fields are electronics, computer, IT, electrical. So all of that, that is the Institute of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineers. So this is a very, very vibrant, as a president of IET, I have happened to interact with various secretaries and other departments. We play an advisory role. They listen to us. They see that what we are doing it. Even today's event will all reach there. The secretary MIT, DST, all this information goes. We regularly submit this, what is happening and how our colleges or those who are associated with us is given to there. So this deliberation, what we will have for 2 days, will be reaching there in one form or the other. We have got various forums, and annual reports are there, then newsletters are there. So all these things are imparted, and definitely the theme of this event is very important. Just imagine, dear students, what is happening. IC engine, combustion, whether petrol or diesel, is out from your vehicle. What you are doing it now? Installing a motor. What type of motor? You have to decide. Can we install AC motor? Can we install DC motor? What could the drive? What could the drive? Then how the power will come? Because electric connection will need a power. You cannot have a stationary plug-in connection. You have to have a battery. It is so simple if you take it as an engineer. It looks very simple at my age. IC engine उठाया वो motor लगा दी. कितने horse power की लगानी है? We know that equation. If same power is required, we know how to convert to the electrical power. So we know that how much of horsepower we need of that motor. Now that motor has to run. How we run it? We need some drives. We need AC drive or DC drive. So power electronics. So for engineers, these blocks are so simple. But as a student, you also should know which are the issues involved in the whole ecosystem of electrical vehicle. Like Madam Kunte touched upon the communication part of it. Yes. I just profess from the point, ultimately the maintenance of these kind of electronic vehicles will be very different. No more these mechanics which are available, they will become jobless. And there will be hardly any maintenance required. Once the electrical systems are installed, you don't require much of maintenance. No lubrication, nothing. It will run. And all system parameters will be controlled through a computer. Like we have got a various systems like in aircraft. In aircraft systems are all digital platforms. And then head-up display, all displays will become electronic. And the maintenance, because of the data communication, data will play a big role there. Subsequently, maybe times when this is technology developed, the maintenance of the vehicle, you will get a signal कि आपका ये part खराब हो रहा है, इसकी maintenance कराइए. The motor has to be checked, maybe after 5 years, the frequency, schedules and all. So those will be all come through the data analytics, that part. And then it could be cloud-based data, so that, let us say, the point came, the battery which Dr. Bakal raised, the battery charging information. If it is controlled to the system, it will give you forewarning. जैसे अपने पेट्रोल गाड़ी में आप देखते हो ना क्या कितना पेट्रोल रह गया, जब उसका रिजर्व लगता है आपको पता है कि अब इतना गाड़ी और जाएगा. So that signal will also start coming to the vehicles. May not be as at present these vehicles are just a beginner, which Madam Kunte mentioned, but these kind of emerging technologies, and we, the students of electronics, telecommunication, it is our field. We are taking on mechanical engineers, and either we are converting them or we are taking the lead now. An area where we are talking 5G, Internet of Things, cloud computing and all will be utilized in these kind of technologies. An electrical vehicle is a user, like everyone is telling, ultimately, see how popular are these two-wheelers. Everyone wants electrical EV, two-wheelers. So many have come. It has become a necessity, usable and eco-friendly, economical. Because engineering solution should be very economical also. So with this kind of development, now what is required at a college is innovation and projects. पढ़ाई तो आपको मैंने बोल दिया, आपको इंटरनेट पे अवेलेबल है. इवन इलेक्ट्रिकल टेक्नोलॉजी आप पढ़ना, मोटर्स, एवरीथिंग इज गिवन, वो सब दे रखा है. वो इंटरनेट किताब के नहीं, इंटरनेट में दे रखा है. द क्वेश्चन कम्स हाउ टू डू इट. वो प्रोजेक्ट वर्क कौन करवाएगा, वो कैसे होंगे. लाइक द पॉइंट विच आर रेज्ड ऑन द बैटरी. Battery at the moment in India, we have got those kind of materials are not available in India for batteries. So what we are talking as engineers, few of you must have read, reusable batteries. Initially we will import that material from outside and then recycle. So the technologies for recycling is required. So have to that kind of purity, because battery has to run. If the battery has gone down, the cells are gone down, definitely it needs recycling. Okay. And second part which comes up, replacement or see the charging when you are at home, it is very easy. You may have a plug-in at your home itself. That is not a very difficult to make it. As a power engineer, we all have been doing that. Maybe on the way there is a difficult, so wherever the stations to be there, e-charging station will be there. And there also, the shoving system will be the best system, which is, I think as an engineer, that the batteries are available there, move your old battery and shove in there. And this is what we do in aircraft technology, especially Mirage 2000 aircraft. We don't wait for a particular parts to be repaired. We see this part is bad, down, bring another one, shove in there. Plug and play technologies. Okay. So similarly, the battery exchange is required. और मे बी पर्सन लाइक मी, थोड़ा पैसा है तो मैं एक स्पेयर भी लेके चल दूँगा. स्पेस चाहिए ना, तो जैसे आज LNG CNG की पीछे सिलेंडर लगा हुआ है. सो प्रॉब्लम्स आर, प्लीज एज ए स्टूडेंट्स, एंड हियर द रोल ऑफ फैकल्टी एज वेल एज द interaction with the industry is very important. Unless our faculty research is towards the industry, we cannot achieve. We have to have this kind of interaction with the industry. Rather, I must say the students must visit now wherever these electrical vehicles are under manufacture. Learn what is happening. They are coming, Tata is coming, why not a student should go there? Do the internship there, on the floor. And engineer का जो आई कार्ड है ना, बड़ा important है. You with this I card of engineer student, you can go anywhere. Say I am a student of so and so college, and nobody refuses you. I am telling you the personal experience. Student का जो identity card है, बहुत काम का होता है. You can go to any university as a student. Anybody wants to go to IIT Delhi? Why not? IIT Mumbai. You can go to the library. Just tell you are a student. So you'll go for some work, no? So same thing, that interaction we must have to make this ecosystem possible of all the stakeholders together. What I can share with you, the government is funding the way incubation center with the present government is doing PLI schemes. Anyone wants to have a startup, I share with the young student, especially those who are now final year, if you want to have your startup, government has waived off collateral. No collateral required up to 10 crore rupees. Government is giving the collateral. Just see the kind of a system which is coming in this place, in this country. To encourage incubation center, just see what is happening to various education. Maybe this university also must be doing it. I'm very, very sure that funding by the various Department of Science and Technology, even IETE, UGC here, so at Incubation Center. So all these are possible, which are now, especially rather than a job seeker, become a job creator. give the jobs to other. And then skilling people. Because like I mentioned, the maintenance is going to a very different domain altogether. The mechanics on the IC engine has to be trained. उनका skill कौन करेगा? उनकी reskilling कौन करेगा? We as engineers, we have to form the system, some practices, teach them. Maybe they are required to come to some institutions, maybe ITAs or the diploma level courses, or maybe as an IETE we can think of doing this skilling. We have got our own committee of skill development which can do that, and even a board of research which is there now. At the moment we are talking about very high level technologies. We can also work in that kind of a research where how we can train people. So definitely we can look into these matters. So these 2 days deliberations, I'm very, very sure will be very positive. And to make this country a great super nation, you as a young people, it is the people who break the rocks. इंसानी चट्टानों को तोड़ते हैं. If you have got that kind of a spirit in you, you can achieve laurels. You can become number one. And nobody can stop this country becoming number one nation in the whole world. It's all the young people, you will take this nation forward. With these words, I wish this conference a great success, a good deliberation during the ISF also. Nice that you have come and given me an opportunity to speak to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, it is an honor to have today's guest of honor, respected Dr. K.C. Vora, sir, CEO, College of Engineering, Pune's Bhau Institute, Professor Emeritus, COEP. Respected Dr. K.C. Vora, sir, is visionary leader with impact on innovation, incubation, research, validation, and skill development arenas. He is global mentor on automotive engineering, engine, emission control, and electric mobility. He has 19 years of experience in industry and 19 years of experience in academia. He is specialized in education, training, L&D, R&D, KM, HR, and admin department. He is a team leader and motivator with high energy level of ESTJ. He is also strong believer of quantifiable, measurable targets. He is trained at Ford Motors USA, General Motors USA, USEPA, Corning USA, 3M USA, MIT-ADT GmbH Germany, Mahindra and Mahindra, EU India, Partnerate, IIT Mumbai, Premier Automobiles Mumbai, BEST Mumbai, CC Shroff Research Institute Mumbai, and ARAI. So, I would like to request respected Dr. K.C. Vora, sir, to enlighten us with his words of wisdom.
Thank you, madam, for a nice introduction. Today, I was listening to all the guests on the stage, and it's very nice to know from principal that Dr. Kishore Rawande, that they just started in 2016, and in this 6th year, this university has become well-known university, very remarkable progress by this university. And talking about Dr. Sethe, I have been interacting with him from last few years. He has so much of energy. Once he decides, he does it. And this collaboration with Tata Motor is one of the best thing which he has done for this university. I really appreciate him to become the new chairman of IETE. Talking about IETE, I was very surprised to know when Professor Kunte said that it has completed almost 70 years. That's an achievement for an organization. And then Professor Bakal talked about the journal, and our chief guest, Dr. Prabhakar, he talked about digital university, and I really like the wording. He said, "Rukna nahi hai." So that's a very good word for all the students, that हमें रुकना नहीं, हमें आगे बढ़ना है, और आपको कोई रोकने वाला नहीं है, right? With this, I would talk something about electric vehicles and what is happening in India and worldwide. Electric vehicles are not new. We started working on electric vehicles somewhere in 1880, and electric vehicles were made in Europe and US. There were cities like Paris, London, where electric taxis were running. And Detroit Electric also started doing mass manufacture of electric vehicles, till Henry Ford came out with its first mass-produced T car with IC engine. And then it was IC engine which took a leapfrog progress, and electric vehicle had a setback. Then in USA, somewhere in 1970, the new emission norms came in, and in 1990, the zero emission mandate came in, and that's where electric vehicles were back. And Europe took lead in manufacturing electric vehicles, and later on in USA, Tesla took the lead. Japanese companies have also done extensive work on electric vehicles. You'll be surprised to know that before 20 years, even India started producing electric vehicle through Reva Electric, now taken over by Mahindra Electric. So with this scenario, the first question which comes to in mind, that why do we work on electric vehicle? Why not IC engine? There are several advantages of electric vehicle. First thing is it has zero emission. Yes, somewhere else where electricity is produced, there would be some emission. But if we look into the sustainable mobility and we use electricity which are produced through solar energy, wind energy, hydel energy, or nuclear energy, then even those emissions will not be produced. So we all need to work towards it, and our Indian government is strongly working on solar and wind energy harnessing, which can be used for this purpose. It's not that IC engine is going to die, it will continue for the next 100 years. India is a land of diversity, and it's good to have diverse powertrain. So whether it is petrol, diesel, biodiesel, CNG, LPG, hydrogen fuel cell in future, engines would continue. It is said that by 2030, the penetration of electric vehicle in India is expected to be around 30%. So 70% would be still IC engine, and it will take us another 100 years to reach that. But by that time, the technology may change. For example, today, we are using lithium-ion batteries in electric vehicle, but the person who has invented lithium-ion battery, Professor Goodenough from US, he has now invented a glass battery, and maybe very soon we will have a different type of battery to power electric vehicles. So there has been a lot of work done in this area. And if I say electric vehicle, it has basically 4 pillars. One is the electric motor. There are different types of motors we need to research on. Then we have the energy storage system, including the battery. Then we have energy management system or a battery management system. And then all that peripherals, that is power electronics and control. So these are the 4 pillars. As a student, you need to learn all these 4 pillars and ensure that we design and manufacture electric vehicles in India, not just import them. So there are many, anxiety in electric vehicle. There are at least 10 anxieties on which we will have to work with a challenge. These anxieties are something which we will have to overcome with a challenge. And these anxieties are cost. First, today electric vehicles are costlier than IC engine vehicle, and hence very few people are buying them. The cost will go down with mass production when the battery cost goes down. Today the cost of the battery is around 40%. The second anxiety is a range. and a two-wheeler, electric two-wheeler may give a range of around 100 kilometers, and a passenger vehicle may give a range of around 300 to 400 kilometers. So 100 kilometers two-wheelers and around 300 to 400 kilometers of four-wheeler. That is a range. So that's a fear. If I go from Bombay to Pune and back, or Pune to Bombay and back, what will happen? The third anxiety is charging. How do I charge? How do I charge? How fast can I charge? Can I charge in half an hour? Can I charge in 1 hour? Can I charge in 2 hours? I cannot afford to keep my vehicle for 4 hours. So we will require an ecosystem. For example, you are coming from your home to college and you have an electric vehicle. Then your college must have electric charging station and maybe a solar panel on the charging in the parking or on the terrace. And then that's how sustainability will happen, and you have enough time to charge when you study. Next is thermal management. You must have seen many vehicles are catching fire, whether it's a four-wheeler or a two-wheeler. A lot of spurious companies have come in. There are at least 100 two-wheeler manufacturers in the field of electric mobility who wants to manufacture electric two-wheelers and three-wheelers. And I'm sure all of them are not going to survive. It will be survival of the fittest. Maybe the top 10 would survive. So we need to work on those thermal management through the battery management system. A lot of work is being done in those areas also. We need to cool the motor, battery, and the entire peripherals. Then comes weather, whether I can drive in this rain when water is flooded with 1 feet height. What do I do? So IP67 is the area where you have to ensure that everything is waterproof, and even if the water enters, it's safe. So safety is another area. So even for an electric vehicle, we have to do a crash test, and we need more precaution than a normal IC engine vehicle. Supply chain is another challenge. Parts are not available. Up till now, we have been importing a lot of parts from China, including the motor and the batteries, and we need to start working on those. So our government is supporting manufacture of batteries, motors, and other peripherals in India. And I'm sure within a couple of years, we would become self-sustaining. Recycling is another area which we will have to work on. Already in Gujarat, one recycling center has started, but now we need it across the country. And finally, the last two anxieties are awareness and skill development. There is no awareness among the masses. We need to improve that. And in terms of skill development, we need to start a lot of courses like postgraduate diploma in electric mobility, or BTech or MTech course in electric mobility. And this university has really taken the lead and started an MTech program in electric mobility. So these are the 10 anxieties which we all have to work together, the academia, the industry, and take the lead. The ecosystem, when we say it's not just these components or the manufacturer, we require support from industry, academia, government. Our think tank, Niti Aayog, is working towards it to ensure that this ecosystem is very conducive for production and sale of electric vehicle. And hence, we have only 5% GST on electric vehicle. We have FAME subsidy on electric vehicle. And because of which the vehicles have become cheaper and more people are encouraged to buy this vehicle. And I'll just give an example that I have an electric scooter from purchase before 1.5 years, and I have no problem of maintenance. I have not even paid a single money to maintain that vehicle or any money to buy a fuel, petrol, because I'm able to charge at my home, and it just costs me 20 paise per charging for around 100 kilometers run. So I don't have to worry about it, and I'm sure that all of you will think on these areas, and we all can progress in this direction only if we all decide to buy electric vehicle. So wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much, sir, for your motivational speech. I now request Professor Dr. Dhananjay Upasni, sir, Organizing Secretary of this program and EC member IETE, Pune, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon. the dignitaries on the dais. I, Dr. Upasni, Associate Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, feeling honored to propose vote of thanks on this important occasion of IETE zonal seminar on ecosystems for electric vehicle technologies and ISF Congress, which is organized by IETE Pune Center and ISF Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, MIT School of Engineering, MIT-ADT University Pune. I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude towards Honorable Professor Wing Commander P. Prabhakar Sir, President IETE, New Delhi and Chief Guest of this function. I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude towards Guest of Honor, Professor Dr. K.C. Vora Sir, CEO, Bhau Institute, Professor Emeritus, COAP, for accepting our request and gracing this function with their esteemed presence. Thank you, sir. I would like to express my profound gratitude towards Honorable Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karat Sir, Founder, MITES, MIT Group of Institution, and President, MIT-ADT University, Pune. I would like to express my profound gratitude towards Honorable Professor Dr. Mangesh Karat Sir, Executive President and Vice Chancellor, MIT-ADT University, Professor Dr. Sunita Karat Madam, Dean Faculty of Management, Director MITCOM, Director ICT, MIT-ADT University, Professor Dr. Anant Chakradev Sir, Pro VC, MIT-ADT University, for their continuous blessing, inspiration, motivation and guidance, and giving us opportunity to organize this event. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Honorable Professor Dr. J.W. Bakal Sir, immediate past President, IETE New Delhi, Professor Dr. Ashwini Kunte Madam, Zonal Mentor, Professor Dr. V. Gunashekar Reddy Sir, President elected, Chairman BOA, IETE New Delhi, Professor Dr. KTV Reddy Sir, immediate past President to IETE New Delhi, Dr. M.H. Kori Sir, Vice President and Chairman, Professor Dr. A.P. Thakre Sir, Vice President and Chairman CCC and Co-Chairman, Professor Dr. D.S. Bormane Sir, Member Governing Council, Professor Dr. R.D. Kharadkar Sir, immediate past Chairman, IETE Pune Center, Professor Dr. Smita Lonkar Madam, Chairman IETE Mumbai Center, for their support, motivation and guidance. I would like to take this opportunity to place on record hearty thanks to our source of inspiration and convener of this program, Chairman IETE Pune Center, Vice Principal and Head of the Department, Professor Dr. Virendra Shetty Sir, without whom this function was not possible. I would like to express my deep sense of gratitude towards Honorable Professor Dr. Kishore Ravande Sir, Principal, MIT School of Engineering, for his constant support, motivation and guidance. I would like to thank Honorable Professor Dr. Rajneesh Kaur Sajdev Madam, Dean Faculty of Engineering, MIT School of Engineering, MIT-ADT University Pune, for her support, motivation and guidance. I would like to thank all heads of the departments for extending their supports in organizing this event. Well, event like this cannot happen overnight. We'll start rolling weeks ago. It requires planning and bird's eye view for detailed planning. We have been fortunate enough to have a team of dedicated and motivated faculties who work hard thoroughly to make this function a grand success. So from bottom of my heart, I would like to thank all faculty members of ECE department for their sincere efforts. I would like to thank Professor Kishore Ravande, Professor Kishore Shende Sir, immediate past Chairman, IETE Pune Center, Professor Dr. Balke Sir, Secretary, IETE Pune Center, Professor Dr. Somani, members for their constant support, guidance and motivation. I would also like to thank Professor Gopal Das Daura Sir, past Chairman IETE, for his guidance. I would like to thank videography team for extending their support and making this event live on Facebook. I would like to thank all supporting staff and those who have contributed directly or indirectly to make this function a memorable one. At last, I would like to thank all students for their patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As a tradition at MIT-ADT University, we conclude the inauguration